Hi, my friends. The layer of resin has cured for about 21 hours. So not a full 24 hours, but I did come and I peeked and I need to do one more layer of clear resin, and that's okay. I'm going to show you why. Look at this. It's so super awesome. But hopefully you can see, let me get it in the light, right up here, this edge, and a little bit over here. These edges were a little too tall, so not level. And I don't know if I can see here. You can see it in the light this way. So I think one more layer of clear resin over here is going to solve that. Because if you remember the original paint pour of this, it cracked and crazed. And it had these valleys. So this ended up being the high points, which you really couldn't tell necessarily just by looking at it. And that's why I wanted to fill it with resin, because I knew the resin would help fill in those gaps. And you can't even see all those cracks right here. They're gone. The valleys and hills, they're gone. You just see the paint pour now. And this is where we poured the first layer, the glitter layer, all in here. This was a completely different level than this. And this clear flood just helps seal that in. So now we're going to do one more layer. We're going to, hopefully, this one layer is just going to solve that. So I'm crossing my fingers. But look how cool this is. Hopefully I'm upside down. Hopefully you can see all the dimension in here. We did the silver glitter layer. We did a white layer that looked ghostly and shadowy. We did a silver layer that has created shadows and dimension for this top white layer. Isn't that just so awesome? Look at that. Hopefully you can see that. And I am so excited with how this is turning out. This extra layer of rock turned out beautiful. Really helped it. And the back is turning out good. Look at those drips. I'm going to deal with those next week. I'm going to let this, once I get this layer done, hopefully just the one last layer, let it sit a week. And then I'll work on this because I have to work on it face down. And I don't want any imprints or anything happening. So I'm going to give it a week to rest. And for this, I'm going to turn it this way so I can work on it, looking at it, because I just want to be sure I get these covered. And I want to check something real quick. Sorry, my cats keep opening my door. This side is way, okay. So I need to prop this side up just a little bit. And, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, I'm going to get a couple more cups. Because I do want to prop this one side up. Right here. Let's see if that, oh, was that too much now? Oh. That might be too much. Let me just try the one again. Maybe it just needed a new cup. Just needs to go up just a hair. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's try. Need to find a little bit of a shim. Just a little bit of a shim to get that up. Let's try this. Yep, I think that's good. This needs to go down just a bit. What if we turn it? Put one down here now. Oh. Okay. This is the most unfun part of everything, is leveling it. And sometimes it does take a little bit of time. So you just have to be patient. And this is just like floating. So now that I moved all of that, this still has to go up. And this is still not touching. Huh. Oh, well, hold on. Okay, I'm looking down underneath. And actually, just by turning it a little bit this way, that solved it. That's going to be just fine. Because even when it pushes down a little bit here, that's fine. Okay. So, I mixed this a little bit ago. And I mixed 3 ounces. Yep, because I'm going to pour the rest into my dump mold. I wanted to make sure I had enough mixed. So let's get started. Putting a good amount up here. And then we'll just work our way down. And there are a little bit of bubbles in here, but with the heat, we'll work those out pretty easily. And we're putting a thin layer, so the bubbles will be able to release naturally because they don't have a lot of distance to travel up. They're not going to be completely trapped. And that's one of the problems when people work on resin projects. They don't work in layers. They just work in thick. They just want it done once. I don't blame them. That's how I was. But you really have to need to learn and appreciate the resin. Give it time to let it do its thing. And kind of embrace the faults. Okay, a little bit here. Now that resin has been covered, let's heat it up. Pop in the bubbles. I don't know if there's any reflection to where you can see, but I can see all these little pops happening as I go with the heat gun. Get this little dust fleck out of there. And this dust fleck needs to go. Okay, I don't know if the camera caught it, but I'm using the reflection of the light and trying to see where the dust flecks are, trying to see where any missing gaps are, checking my edges, and it looks like it's covered beautifully right now. resin does shrink as it cures too, so that was part of that mishap on the edge here. The height and how the resin shrunk. Wow, this looks good so far. Wow, very awesome. This is so exciting. And I'm just continually looking and double checking to make sure there's no dust flecks. Any weirdo trapped bubbles that might be, there's the dust. Because sometimes, like the dust is on there, when I pour the resin on, it gets trapped under there and it'll just float up. So just trying to catch that before it starts gelling and curing. That's why you just kind of want to just sit here, take a look, see what's happening. Just help it out a little bit. When it stops dripping, that's a good sign I can cover it and kind of just walk away to let it finish its thing. So far, so good. I don't think I need any more resin anywhere. Just continually looking and checking. And this is where the patience comes in. This is where you're going to be thankful you took the time to make sure that everything is good. And I can see, okay. Yep, just check in, double check in, triple check in. Wow. This is so awesome. Yep, the drips have lessened considerably. My resin has been sitting for about 10 minutes. So, I tried to time it well to where it'll start heating up and the chemical reaction starts. But not so, wait so long that it's super thick and jelly to where I'm going to have problems getting the bubbles to release. So that's where you just need to look at your resin, do a couple practice rounds, make notes on timing, and then you'll be good to go. So I think this is good. I don't see any major areas of concern. And I don't want to fidget with it too much. And the other thing I was thinking of, I mean, do I want to put a silver border around all this with like a marker? I don't know. Oh, I see a dust. I don't know if I want to. I thought that would be fun. But I kind of like how, ooh, this just popped up. I kind of like how it just kind of lets it go off. If I put the border, I think it'll restrict it too much. So let me know what you think. I'm going to sit on that for a little bit. And kind of let it dictate what it wants to do when it's done. Huh. I don't think I needed to do that, but I did it. Okay, I'm going to do one more heat pass. And I saw a little something there and a little something there. And get picky. Definitely get picky. Don't be afraid. Just to sit here and make sure it's perfect. And I'm trying my best, that's for sure. Because I would like this layer to be clear and perfect, but definitely will embrace anything that happens. Huh. Okay. Edges look covered. And I think it looks good. So I am going to gently, actually this doesn't need a cover, so I'm going to put it right back here. And just double checking. And I put that on. I always just get so nervous. Okay, put that on and let it cure 24 hours. So thank you for joining me. Let's see what happens. See you in the next video. Bye.